And then she makes it to the gooch. She turning it up on the gooch. I'm not saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, my pants is all the way down. They around one leg, and my whole other leg is open and it's up on the ottoman. So she doing her thug thizzle, you feel me? She on the gooch. Now, this is only the second time a girl has ever been there in the gooch area, right? Mind you, chicks are nasty. I think most men do not shave the gooch. It's like, we can shave the front part, but the under part, we don't do it, you know what I'm saying? And chicks will still literally go in the gooch. So if I'm talking about the gooch being hairy, anything else past that is hairy too, you know what I'm saying?
Like the what they do, sitting with the crew, had to get some food. I see you looking like you do. Had to make a move. Feel like gotta grow in a Jimmy Choo. Break the rules, no you're not a fool, but I'm in the mood.
What's up, y'all? It's Nate Almighty, aka the Global Dark Skin Ambassador, with another story time, man. Let's talk about P.O.F. dating. Oh, by the way, y'all, as y'all can see, man, all my fellas, man, with the beards, I think I'm about to let it grow out and get deep. Like, usually around this point, I get annoyed with it and either cut it down or cut it all the way off, but I'm gonna let it grow out. So any men who got beard tips, give me your beard tips, how I can maintain a nice, luxurious, not nappy beard, let me know in the comments. But this is a story time. P.O.F. dating, okay? We're gonna talk about the first and only time I got my salad tossed. The first and only time I got my pamper cleaned. I got my pamper wiped. And I'm gonna speak on how it felt and my opinion of is it suspect for a man to get his salad tossed, his pamper cleaned, his booty wiped by a woman. So without further ado, here we go, man. So we're gonna take it to, this is the early days of P.O.F. This had to be between 2011 and 2013. What I would consider the golden era of P.O.F. This is before people who are not really women were portraying themselves to be women and like trying to like trick dudes or engage with dudes for a long time and then try to wait till the right moment to tell them who they really are. I say live your truth, but you know, before it got overrun with like scammers and you'll get a random link and a random hey what's up from one of the most beautiful women you ever seen in your life, you know what I'm saying? And really it's somebody trying to scam you to get you to join the website and stuff like that. This was the golden era of P.O.F. where I could copy and paste one message and send them to 50 to 100 girls in a day. When I was still living in my mother's house, and weekly I had girls from P.O.F. getting on a train or driving, or I'm putting them in a cab, coming to my mother's house all times a day. This was when I was really on my, you know what I'm saying, Dirty D. Rodney, thuggo type style, you know what I'm saying? I was having a lot of raw intercourse at that time too, you know what I'm saying? Cause I remember 2012, I carried my ex-girlfriend chlamydia and I had a baby on her. She left, you know what I'm saying? Like it was one of those crazy times. But so I met this woman who she sprang it on me, you know what I'm saying? To give you the rundown, okay, so this was an older woman. One will call her a MILF. One will call her a cougar. Okay, so met this woman on P.O.F. She lived in Castle Hill. Now, me being from the Cortland area of the Bronx, if you know about the Bronx, you know that Castle Hill is extremely far from the Cortland, Morris Avenue, Park Avenue area. but I'm still running my mat game down, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking to her. I had to be 22, 23 at the time. She was, I remember, 47, right? I'm like, cool, I'm fronting like I'm used to smashing women that's that much older than me, but in all due reality, at that time, she was the oldest woman that I ever, you know what I'm saying, like spliggity splatter, you know what I'm saying, laid down and sprayed down. Now, I'm talking to her for a couple days. We get familiar. So I'm basically like, hey, so what's up? Like when we gonna link? I'd love to spend some time with you. She like, man, you too young for me. You not ready for this, that, and the third. But at that point in my life, I literally became like a cocksmith. Like, I literally had become a dicksmith. Like, I came home, hit the ground running. You know what I'm saying? Like, I barely had the stroke. When I went to jail, I came home, I learned the stroke and then some. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, hey, listen, I could show you better than I could tell you. She like, so just come on Friday around 10 o'clock. I'll be putting my son to bed. I live in Castle Hill, blah, 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 right? So I'm broke. It's Friday, I'm broke. I'm talking to Rich Green. I'm like, yo, Rich, drive me to Castle Hill. I got enough money to take a cab home. So he takes me, he drives me all the way to Castle Hill. Now this is like the boondocks. Like, this is not projects Castle Hill. Like, which is already dangerous in itself. It's just Castle Hill. You know what I'm saying? Home of the sex, money, murders. You know what I'm saying? The dangerous folk, right? Which I like see on my block, some of the most well-known people from Castle Hill, you know what I'm saying? They some of them live there and conduct business there. So that wasn't gonna stop me from going to Castle Hill. But then we get past the projects and it looks like an area of the Bronx that ain't even supposed to be there. Like, you would think you in Queens, going past the private houses, or you in Virginia somewhere going past a bunch of houses. I'm like, this don't even look like the Bronx, you know what I'm saying? So Rich drives me all the way to the address, and I'm like, all right, bro, I'm out. He like, nah, sit here. I want to see this chick. I want to see this old woman, this 47-year-old woman, right? So I have her come out to show me where her door is at. So Rich, he start joking. He like, really? This right here? He like, this right here? Right here. You serious? You serious? Okay, cool. Don't catch nothing. I'm like, yo, listen, this is the address. So if something happened to me, ride out. You feel me? Ride out. You better ride out. You know what I'm saying? He like, all right, copy, shut up, whatever. If a cab don't come, just call me. I'll leave my girl crib. You know what I'm saying? And I'll come see you. Right? So get in there. She wasn't the finest older woman, but you could tell that she had to be at least a 7.5 in her heyday. You know what I'm saying? Light-skinned woman, long real hair still, and she had a nice house. So I get in the house, she fed your boy, of course, good old spaghetti, which is one of my favorite foods. So we sipping liquor, we chilling. Her son trying not to go to bed. I guess he's used to occasionally a man coming to the house before bedtime to slice and dice his mom. You know what I'm saying? He ends up like having like a temper tantrum and stuff. She ends up like giving him a beating and putting him to bed, right? So boom. Now she comes back downstairs. I'm on the couch. Now this is how I set myself up to get my booty lit. This is how I set myself up, but I ain't realize she had like she had a love seat, right? So she had a love seat. She got an ottoman. I got my foot on the ottoman, right? I got my legs wide open. Now, she put her kid to bed. She come back down. She comes downstairs, and it's like she does like a seductive, like she gets on her knees and like crawls the distance from the entrance of the living room to me on the couch. And I'm looking, I'm like, all right, I'm liking this. I'm feeling this, you feel me? So she like, how big is your, right? I'm like, pull it out and introduce yourself. Now picture me, I'm 22, 23 years old. I'm saying this to a 47-year-old woman. I'm like, why don't you pull it out and introduce yourself? You know what I mean? So she whip it out. Of course she likes what she sees, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? I am who I am. If you a dude, you don't need to know, but ask your girl, I probably hit it. Or you can ask your mama, I might hit that too. You feel me? Because I hit somebody mama this night, right? But anyway, she topping me. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, I said I had my leg up on the ottoman, right? Leg up on the ottoman. She topping. Now she doing her little lick thing. She licking it and all that. She going down. Now she makes it to the cojones. So now she wilding on the cojones, you know what I'm saying? Without getting too descriptive for you two, you know what I'm saying? There's spit involved. There's going back to the eggplant, giving attention to the eggplant, then going back to the cojones, and then she makes it to the gooch. She turning it up on the gooch. I'm not saying nothing, you know what I'm saying? Mind you, my pants is all the way down. They around one leg, and my whole other leg is open, and it's up on the ottoman. So she doing her thug thizzle, you feel me? She on the gooch. Now this is only the second time a girl has ever been there in the gooch area, right? Mind you, chicks are nasty. Like, I think most men do not shave the gooch. It's like, we can shave the front part, but the under part, we don't do it, you know what I'm saying? And chicks will still literally go in the gooch. So if I'm talking about the gooch being hairy, anything else past that is hairy too, you know what I'm saying? But she in the gooch, she turning up. I'm like, all right, cool, right? So then she lift my leg up like a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Cause I ain't cock deep, you know what I'm saying? There's never, ever, you won't find a woman to say that I ever had my booty in the air or that my legs was cocked all the way up in the air like how a dude do a woman when he spread her legs for a V. But she lifted my leg a little bit higher, and I got a little bit intrigued. I'm not gonna lie. I got a little bit intrigued. So I held it up a little bit higher for, you know what I'm saying, that one leg, and she went from the gooch to the pooch. She went from the gooch to the pooch. You know what I'm saying? And she started to do her thing. Now, I found it ironic because I did not take a shower as soon as I got to her house. I was sweating in between me leaving my house and making my way to her side. Like, I sweated and all of that. You know what I'm saying? She went in. I let her go in for about 1 minute just to see how I felt about it, and didn't really like it. I mean, there's a sensation there, but me as a man, I just ultimately felt like I didn't feel masculine. And that was the first and only time I ever got my salad tossed by a woman. This is a P.O.F. freak. I did finish the job though. Like, I stopped her, I brought her back to the eggplant. She whopped me for a little while longer, then I busted, killed it on the living room floor, and then I left, you know what I'm saying? But how do I feel about it? I personally feel like it's not masculine enough for a man to be doing. I feel like a man should be dominant and as least vulnerable as possible when he in bed with a woman. I feel like the most dominance a woman should be able to get is riding on top. Cause I'm totally dominant. I would not call a man sus if he has a woman and shorty wouldn't put that work in. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't consider it sus cause it's a girl. Now, I feel like it could be a gateway. Like I only had it one time. It didn't feel good enough to me to keep going. But if I wanted to, I would just live by truth and allow women to do it. But that's really not my thing. Like a couple months ago, I had a chick and she asked to do it. I ended up sending her home in the middle of the night after that. Like that ain't really me. You know what I'm saying? Because it depends, you know, a guy who like a tongue there might start liking the finger there. And if you start liking the finger there, you might start liking other things in there, you know what I'm saying? But to each his own. Live your life, live your truth, no matter what it is. But that's my story, man. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Peace.